So if you're getting started in investing, everyone always asks the same questions as what I would do different or what would I suggest doing. So my suggestion always is you should always go bigger, right? And what I mean by that is don't go like crazy big. If, you know, obviously if you want to go crazy big, go crazy big. But most people want to get started in like a single family and they ask me like what area I think I should do or whatever else, right? So I always say instead of doing a single family, they should buy a duplex or a 3-unit or a 4-plex. I think it's much better than a single family, and I think it's a much better way to get started. And here's why, right? So the price will most likely not be double, right? So let's just say that you're buying a house for, these are just rough numbers, but let's just say you're buying a house in an area for like 70 grand. A duplex shouldn't cost you 140, right? A duplex might cost you 90 or 100, right? Just ballpark. Obviously, let's call insurance, right? Your insurance isn't going to be double, right? It's not going to be, I don't know, if your house's insurance is 500, a duplex isn't going to be 1,000. It might be 600 or 700. Your mortgage, again, if you found an example of numbers I talked about earlier, it's not going to be double. Your taxes are probably going to be a tiny bit higher, if not close to the same of a house, mostly if it's a house that's similar in, right, if it's a top bottom sort of similar square footage deal, right? And it kind of keeps going like that, right? So they're a little higher, but they're not double. And why this is such a good thing is because you're getting more income off of, let's just say, roughly the same insurance, the same mortgage, the same taxes, and really the same similar expenses. So that gets you a much higher return, which that's always what you're going for, right? Is a higher return. And then the other bonus is, let's just say you have a duplex, just for simple terms, and let's just say one of your tenants moves out. So if you had a house, maybe your tenants would be paying $900 for that house. And a duplex, maybe they're paying $800. So you're making $1,600 off the duplex, $900 off the house. So that, I don't know if I did that math right. I was recalculating, but maybe if I didn't, whatever. You know what I mean? If one tenant moves out of your house, it's vacant, it's empty, it's not making any money. If one tenant moves out of your duplex, you should still be able to pay the mortgage, taxes, and most of your expenses just off of that one unit, right? And same thing goes. That's why scaling to much more units is such a good thing. So if you're getting started, that's what my advice would be. And that's the advice I always like really tell everyone is just, buy a duplex, buy a 3-unit, buy a 4-plex. Pretty much the same thing. You might be paying a little bit more for it, but I think your returns are much higher and you have much more upside. And I made a whole list of the different things that I think are better by having a few more units, right? And you're not going crazy. You're just buying 2 or 3 or 4, right? And you can still get conventional financing with that. So that's what you would usually use for a single family rental as well. So hope this video helped. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great night.